Hello and welcome to today's video as we find healthy practices. Today we're going to be talking about the heart wall. But before I get into the heart wall, I wanted to take a moment to remind ourselves how amazing our bodies are. This vessel just does amazing things. If we get a cut, it heals all by itself. If I were to ingest a blueberry, not only does my body digest it, but it knows where in my body those nutrients are needed. Our bodies do whatever it needs to do to protect us, but sometimes we can overburden our bodies. I'm talking about eating fast food, conventional food, GMOs, using body products that have artificial chemicals in them. Our body doesn't know what to do with those ingredients, but because our body wants to protect us, it sticks it in different places, just trying to find somewhere to put it. Usually it ends up in the lymph nodes or in the fat. But that's our body's way of continuing to protect us. So we're going to get back to the heart wall, and this is all going to connect soon. But when we talk about the heart wall, we're talking about emotions. And we as a society have decided that some emotions are negative: hate, jealousy, fear, and some emotions are positive: happiness, joy, love. But because we put value on these emotions, they have different meaning to us. Now think back when you were an infant, or if you've had children, that baby, how they didn't care, right? If they were angry, they would scream. If they were feeling sad, they would cry. If they were happy, they put a smile on their face and they would giggle. But it doesn't take long before we learn the message that some of these emotions are not safe for us to express. And then we internalize that belief into these are not safe emotions for us to feel. And so you remember the messages that you heard as a child. Boys, big boys don't cry. If a baby is crying, we try to hush it, right? Because we're not feeling comfortable with that crying. We weren't safe to feel and express our anger, or if we were feeling jealousy, we were told that these were not appropriate emotions. And so again, our body, as it tries to protect us, shoves these emotions down, right? Louise Hayes has spent her life making associations to where these emotions are being placed in our body, like anger being placed in the liver. But this is all of our body's way of protecting itself. One way that our body protects itself is building a heart wall. And so as we felt pain, we felt grief, our bodies didn't want to feel that, right? Because that was the messaging we were taught. And so our heart will build a little wall just to soften that. So when we were bullied in school, or someone made fun of us, or we were feeling jealous or grief, our heart would build a wall. And this wall would protect us from feeling that emotion. And this is all well and good so that we're not able to feel this pain, but that wall gets thicker and thicker. And pretty soon, we also don't feel the love and the joy. And not only are we not receiving these emotions, but when we go to express our own emotions, they're being diffused too. That heart wall is blocking our emotions from fully being expressed. So inside, we may feel this passion and this love that we want to show somebody, but that person is only receiving part of that because this heart wall is blocking it. And so now it's time to break down that wall, right? We want to feel all of the emotions, even the ones that we consider negative or bad. We want to feel all of it because that's what life is about. Life is about feeling the hate, the jealousy, the love, the joy. We feel all of it. And that's what makes us human. And it's okay to feel all of it. That's how we feel alive. So today we are going to work on tearing down this heart wall so that we can feel all of the emotions, but then also we can express all of these emotions. And there's lots of ways that we can tear down this heart wall. One way that we're going to use today is tapping. And if you haven't done tapping, you can go back and find a video that we did a couple weeks ago on tapping. But it's really simple, and we're going to get started right now. And so we're going to start with our hand, and this is our setup statement, and we're just going to tap on that karate chop right here. Let's start with our setup statement. Even though my body has created this heart wall, I know that it was my body's way of protecting me. Even though I have this heart wall that is preventing emotions from entering my heart or for me to express my emotions fully, I appreciate everything that my body does, and I accept who I am. All right, so we're going to talk about some of these negative feelings, and we're going to set them free. So we're going to start with the first tapping point right between the eyes. I have felt pain in my life. I have felt grief. I have felt loneliness and betrayal. I have been angry, and I have been jealous. I have had negative emotions. I do not know what to do with these negative emotions. So I shoved that grief down. I hid the feelings when I felt betrayed. I didn't know what to do with the grief that I was feeling. I actually felt guilty when I felt jealousy. I would feel this pain in my heart and in my body, but I didn't know what to do with it. And so I would shove it down, these negative emotions. And we've all had experiences in our life that have brought negative emotions to us. Maybe we've had a loss of a pet, or I didn't get that job that I was really wanting, or I was betrayed by a partner or a loved one. I felt jealousy when my neighbors or my sisters or my brothers received something I really wanted. I have hate over things I didn't understand, and it made me feel uncomfortable. And so I moved it into the emotions of hate and anger. And I had these emotions in my life. These negative emotions. Even through adulthood, I felt these emotions. But it's time to set these emotions free. And I think that my body is able to fully feel these emotions. It's okay to feel angry, to feel grief, to feel sorrow, to feel jealousy, maybe even to feel depressed or sad. It's safe in my body to feel these emotions. I am able to handle these emotions. And I understand that this is what makes me human and makes me become a stronger person. All right. So sometimes those emotions can feel uncomfortable, and maybe just talking about them, you might have felt some stress or some tension in your body. But in time, you will get to learn to feel these emotions, see where they are in your body, where do they resonate, and then we can let them go. So whenever we release emotions, we create a void or an open space. And that open space will be filled with something. Maybe we turn on the news and we hear something about the pandemic and we feel anxious, and that anxiety sets into that open space. But let's decide now that we're going to fill that area, that open spot that we just created, with love. And we're going to practice a new motion here, and this is called heart breathing. We're going to breathe through our heart. So now that we've created some space and we started to tear down that heart wall, we're going to fill that heart with love and an emotion of happiness and joy. And so let's place your hands on your heart, and you can close your eyes or soften them. And breathe in through your heart. And as you breathe that breath into your heart, I want you to feel love. And then we're going to exhale through our heart. And we're going to exhale love into the world, because we want to be able to feel emotions and express emotions. So let's breathe in love and exhale love. Breathe in love and exhale love. Breathe into your heart and exhale. If you'd like, you can add a little bit of essential oils onto your hand. I love the scent of rose essential oil. I know rose is rather expensive. You can use rose water. It's just as powerful. And bring in that love into the heart and exhale love through the heart. Let's take a few breaths in and a few breaths out. If your mind drifts off, bring it back to your heart as you breathe love in and exhale love out. So you can continue to practice this, and you can go back to your tapping. Some of us, we have really thick walls, right? We've been through a lot through our life. And again, because our bodies are so amazing, they continue to build this wall as a way to protect you. But if you think you're ready to tear that wall down, you can continue to practice your tapping points, releasing that wall, opening it up, and then bringing that love in, allowing those emotions to come in and out of your heart. I hope that you've enjoyed this short video today on how to tear down that heart wall and bring more love and joy into your life. Namaste.